Lloyd, Ruhl, aka MegaBlitzz. In today's video, I'm going to be playing a deck that I have never played before. So I'm going to be picking up a deck for the first time and just trying to get a W with it. And I'm so excited. I've had a good amount of people reach out to me and been like, hey, I think you should give this deck a shot. And it has done fairly well competitively, and it's starting to kind of be a thing that I wouldn't say you tech for per se, but you definitely might want to think about every once in a while. Alrighty guys, before we jump on the deck list here, don't forget to leave a like, smash the subscribe button, drop a comment down below, ring the notification bells. I really do appreciate the support. Alrighty, let's jump into that deck list of a deck I've never played. Alrighty guys, and here we are with the deck I've never played. It is Ting-Lu Ex. Now mind you, I think this deck is like tier 2 at best. Like on the best day possible, tier 2. It's a little inconsistent at times, and there's just better things to be playing right now. Ting-Lu Ex does 150 damage, and you put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, but you're like, okay, 150, 2 damage counters, not super great. However, it has an ability, Cursed Land, as long as this Pokemon is in your active spot, your opponent's Pokemon in play that have any damage counters on them have no ability to set for Pokemon EX. So on top of that, we play Hawlucha with this flying entry ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to your bench, during your turn, you may choose 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon and put a damage counter on each of them. We also play Koraidon EX as a bit of a power-up engine here with its ability Dino Cry. Once during your turn, you attach 2 basic fighting energies from your discard pile to your basic fighting Pokemon any way you like. If you do this, your turn ends. It has an attack, which is pretty good. For 3 energy, 220. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. Now, we play Drapion V and the V-Star, but the V is really good, especially against our Mew matchup, because our Mew matchup is the worst matchup. We just auto-lose, basically, so we need the Drapion to stick, essentially. But we also play Drapion V-Star for its V-Star power. Hazard Star, during your next turn, you may make your opponent's active Pokemon paralyzed and poisoned, and then during checkup, you put 3 counters on instead of 1. It is a really, really good V-Star ability, and I like Drapion V-Star a lot. I think this card is really cool, and I have a little bit of a soft spot for Drapion a little bit. Alright, we also play Squawkabilly EX for its very powerful attack Squawk and Seize, and its attack Motivate isn't awful in this deck actually. For 1 energy, 20 damage, attach 2 of your basic energies from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. So not too bad. We also play Radiant Alakazam to be able to Painful Spoons and move some things around here. Mew X is a bit of a pivot option, and it has a very powerful ability to restart as a bit of a draw engine, and Genome Hacking is an incredibly strong attack. But to kind of complement all of our supporters here, we have 3 Iono, 3 Professor Research, 2 Boss, 1 Thorton. Choose a basic Pokemon in your discard pile, and then you just swap them. All energies, if they're paralyzed, everything just gets put on the new Pokemon, damage counters and everything. I like Thorton a lot, and you can do some really cool plays with it. We also have Penny here to be able to put a basic Pokemon back into our hand. Giacomo, discard a special energy that on each of your opponent's Pokemon. 4 Ultra Ball, 3 Trekking Shoes, 3 Gutsy Pickaxe. This card's really, really cool. Roll the top card of your deck if it's a fighting energy, attach it to one of your bench Pokemon. If not, you just put it in your hand. So you don't even have to discard it. I like that a lot. 3 Nest Ball, 2 Escape Rope, 2 Switch, 1 Pal Pad, 2 Bravery Charm, 1 EXP share. When your active Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, you may move 1 basic fighting energy attached to that Pokemon to the Pokemon this card is attached to. Then they play 2 Path to Peak, 1 Gapejaw Bog. Whenever either player plays a basic Pokemon from their hand to their bench, you put 2 damage counters on it. 1 Temple of Sinnoh shuts down, you know, Mew, Rapid Box, Lugia, all that stuff. And then 12 fighting energies to just kind of top it all off. I'm really excited to try this deck because, I don't know, it gets played at my locals a little bit, and just seeing it make day 2, I was like, you know, maybe I should give it a shot. I still think it's a pile, tier 2 at best, but we'll see. So, let's try to get a W and jump into that gameplay. Alrighty guys, and here we are, gonna play a game with our Ting-Lu Ex deck. Now mind you, I've never once played this deck before, so I'm very excited to see what'll happen. I don't really know what to expect, to be honest. I just know that Cursed Land's fun. Alrighty, tails every time, you already know the routine. Always tails, never anything else. And we lose, unfortunately. In all fairness, though, I was playing a little bit earlier today, and I won all the coin flips picking tails, so I'm bound to lose some eventually. It's bound to happen. It's just the way of life. I'll go first. I feel like Ting-Lu actually kind of wants to go first, oddly enough. So I'm not opposed to this. Okay, so we have double Koraidon to start. Not too bad. We're kind of hoping for like a Ting-Lu maybe, but we'll see. Those are going up against Lost Box, and this seems to be a pretty okay matchup for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Ooh, I don't think I'm going to bench Koraidon. I feel like Temple of Sinnoh makes no sense in this matchup, so we're going to go Temple of Sinnoh and Gutsy... No, this. And the energy, because I can Dino Koraidon later. So then I'll grab Ting-Lu here. Put a Ting-Lu down. I will Trekking Shoes. No, we will discard that energy. Draw a card, not too shabby. I will Gutsy Pickaxe. Not what we want. And then I think I'm gonna Ultra Ball. Pitch pitch these two cards. Find our Squawkabilly, because then I can bench Koraidon, bench Squawkabilly, Squawk and Seeds, and get a fresh 6 hand. And not too shabby either. We'll put the Bravery Charm on our Ting-Lu here, and I'll be able to Dino Cry next turn. So then I can attach, and then I'm going to Dino Cry. And we're going to attach 2 energies to our Ting-Lu Ex. Now, the only thing we do need to find is like Escape Rope, or maybe a Switch would be really good. Anything of that nature would help out a lot, because then it would kind of save us from needing to like attach energies and retreat or anything. But we're also playing against Lost Box, so we might just have it happen to us naturally because they play Escape Rope. Now, I'm not too sure if they're playing on Lost Tina, or if they're just playing like Turbo Lost Box, maybe Lost Kyogre potentially. Not too sure here. They're going to start their first flower selecting of the game. Crazy enough, also, thing I've noticed is Ting-Lu, I feel like against Lost Box, is kind of insane. Because I just shut off their flower selectings with like his ability and his attack, which is really nice. So he puts an energy into Lost Zone there. So we see 2 water energies already. I want to lean more towards like Lost Kyogre, or maybe even Turbo Lost Box, with like just Dragonite and Raikou and stuff, because a lot of the times Lost Tina only plays like 3 water. We'll have to see. All right, so you're getting a Cramorant here, Colress. Yep, okay, we kind of expected that. My guess is he's definitely on Turbo Lost Box, because he would have, if he was on Lost Tina, he would have Nest Balled for Tina. There's no way he's on Lost Goodra, because we would have seen a Metal Energy by now, probably, or a Goodra V at least. So, okay, ditch a Battle VIP Pass and a Comfey, so there he is going to be able to attack with Cramorant this turn, because he does have that ability up. He has 4 in the Lost Zone there, and we are going to take 110 to our Koraidon. Not quite what we want. The nice part is they have to 3-shot this, because it's only going to get 2. Well, we do end up actually just finding Switch anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach to this Koraidon. I'm going to play a Switch. I'm going to pick up my Ting-Lu, and then I'm going to land Scoop. And I'm going to put 2 damage counters on both of these one of these Comfeys, because it is Flying Entry is the one that lets you do multiple times. We do find Radiant Alakazam. Incredible. That's exactly a card that I would want to find off the prizes there, because I had forgotten to check prices at all. So right now we're just going into this solely just we're gonna play cards and just have fun and go nuts. And I'm excited about this. This will be a fun, good time. All right. The next one I think I would want to do is I could potentially even land Scoop onto the Radiant Greninja, or I could just Radiant Alakazam and move some of the energies off of the Comfey onto the Greninja, and then attack and take a KO on the Comfey and put some maybe on the Sableye or something. The odd thing about this is if left untouched after like 3-ish turns, we can take a KO from the bench also, just with like land scooping and Radiant Alakazam and his Lucha Flying Entry and stuff. So maybe this is why Ting-Lu is good, because against decks like Lost Box, you just you shut them down. It's really hard for them to come out of this. Jet Energy, you're not going to be able to do anything, buddy. No abilities, sorry. No flower selecting. Path. That'll work. Path will work. That'll work. Oh, darn. Well, unfortunate. I mean, at least we can still attack and like still put damage counters on stuff, but... So if we do go to attack here, we'll put the damage counters on the Comfey. Just solely because he's going to remove the Bravery Charm. No, the Path. Interesting. I would have thought you just removed the Bravery Charm. Honestly. I feel like removing Path makes no sense, because if I don't have a Stadium in hand, then you can still flower selecting and stuff. Well, you're also at 10, so I guess it doesn't really matter, because you've done like Comfeys and you've Chorused and stuff this turn. So it doesn't matter too much. Mirage Gate, and you're going to start putting things onto your Sableye here. So now we're also in a position where, all right, switch cards, he's going to heal. Interesting. So maybe this is why Ting-Lu's not good, is because they can just play switch cards and just heal the damage. It doesn't even matter. All right, so my prediction is here. He's going to put 4 on the Squawkabilly, and then he's going to put a good amount on the damaged Koraidon EX. I could be wrong, though. Oh, okay. Are we just going to load all 12 onto the Squawkabilly? And that looks like what he's going to do. He's going to load all 12 on that Squawkabilly. So he is positioned to take 2 prizes next turn. Giacomo. So we'll bench Radiant Alakazam. I think I'm just going to play Giacomo, because I don't mind KOing this. Yeah, we'll just play Giacomo, remove that energy, get it out of here. We'll land scoop, take the KO. We'll put some damage counters on stuff, and I'm going to put him on the Radiant Greninja, actually. And the reason I picked Radiant Greninja is because I know he's at 10, and kind of flower selecting kind of, I don't want to say limits what he can find per se, but he is required to put one of them into the lost zone. So if he gets stuck with a hard decision where it's like, all right, Comfey, and it's like, oh gosh, like 2 energies or something that's like a really very important decision to have to make, I want to force those decisions to be made, as opposed to Radiant Greninja, where it's just discard energy, draw 2, Super Rod or Clara, whatever, later. So that is why I put on the Greninja, because flower selecting forces you to make a choice, as opposed to Radiant Greninja, where it does not force you to make a choice. So that is why I did that. All right, Chorus, put some stuff in the discard pile. Comfey, flower selecting. Nothing too crazy in the lost zone here. It makes sense to get rid of the Manaphy because I'm not playing against it or anything. Okay, so oddly enough, I kind of want to put up the Squawkabilly, because if he KOs it, then I get a free like a free pivot, essentially. I get to put up something for free, whatever I want. Or if he doesn't, it only requires me 1 energy to retreat out of this, as opposed to Koraidons or the Radiant Alakazam that has 2. We were kind of hoping for Drapion V would be kind of cool also, because then we can just like put that down and go from there. Our opponent is going to be able to... Interesting. Okay, so you're going to Moonlight Shuriken, put 90 on Radiant Alakazam and 90 on the damaged Koraidon. No! Interesting. I would have put 90 on the Radiant Alakazam and then 90 on the damaged Koraidon. But this makes me think that they're playing Lost Zone Kyogre, because they're going to try to go for a big 4 prize turn. Let's see here. We do find Iono. Not too bad. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do this. Because now I'm going to move 10. And then... yeah, we'll move 10 here also. And then I'm going to play Iono. And hope I can find it to an energy or a switch or an escape rope would be fine even. Oh, we don't actually. Hawlucha. Flying entry. Put 10 on each of these. I could Ultra Ball here, but I think Iono also is just better. next turn. So I think I'm going to pass because now I can Iono next turn and try to find and do a switch or something like that. We'll have to see. It looks like our opponent is trying to go for the huge Kyogre play, though. That's definitely what they are playing, I believe. But I don't think they have it. Because you go for Sableye, attach. Oh, Immune Shuriken again. Interesting. All right, Colress. Okay, so now we're set up in a pretty cool position. Because he's going to take the K. They're going to take the K on this Koraidon and this Hawlucha. And take 3 prizes. Which puts it at a weird position. And they have Path, which is not what we want to see. You definitely damage you take the KO on the Koraidon. Why are you doing it like that? I guess maybe trying to like take a huge. Oh, they're trying to set up for a huge play with Sableye to be able to take, you know, a huge amount of prizes in one turn. But does the numbers work out though? Do we have 4, 7, plus 6? So you need 13, right? Or no, plus 5, right? Yeah, those numbers do work out. Unfortunate. What could I do here? I don't even know. I definitely go like this, and I retreat out of this into the Ting-Lu. Can I? Is there a single way that I come into anything else? I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna Iono. Because you have a way to get another Psychic Energy though. You have what? 3. You have 1 in your Lost Zone, 1 there. We'll Nest Ball. We will put down a. I kind of want to put on this Mew. And then I'm just going to put an Experience Share on this. And we'll take this. I'll put 20 on this. So now I'm in a weird position where it's a 3-5 split. If they have the energy, they can take a huge KO next turn. Molly, stop it. They can take a huge KO next turn, and then we're kind of just sitting there awkwardly. So we just need to not have Switch Card or Escape Rope. Flyer selecting, don't find it. We need you to not find it. Do you have it? Oh, they have it. Yep. Okay, so they're going to take... Yeah, they're going to take a bunch of prizes this turn. Unfortunate. You don't even need to Roxanne. That's not necessary. You just need to take the KO. You have the numbers. Unless they don't see it. But if they don't, then that's just bad. 2, 3. Yep. And then 3 on this Koraidon. And then 4 on the Squawkabilly. Yep. So they took literally 6 prizes in one turn. Kind of crazy, honestly. Kind of nuts. Unfortunate for us. That is not what we wanted to see. And all I'm going to say, the word still holds up. Ting-Lu is a pile. Could I have maybe done a little bit of different decision making? Potentially. But our start was about as good as it gets. And our opponent just had switch cards and stuff, which makes it a little awkward and unfortunate. But sadly enough, we just didn't get the W there. Alrighty, guys. We'll see you in that outro. Alrighty, guys. And that is us playing Ting-Lu for the first time. Unfortunately, we couldn't pick up the W there. However, we were playing against one of our more favorable matchups, I feel like. But switch card does make our life a little difficult. And being able to just heal all that damage with switch card is really strong, especially against a deck like Ting-Lu. Like I said, I think Ting-Lu is tier 2 at best on a good day. And that's just that. Alrighty, guys. If you enjoy this kind of stuff, don't forget to leave a like, smash the subscribe button, drop a comment down below, ring the notification bell. I really do appreciate the support. Alrighty, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.